We're Dave and Jill Holmes, and we serve with Mission Aviation Fellowship in Nampula, Mozambique.
So I am originally from San Antonio, Texas. So I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and Dave is from Northwest Texas. But we lived in Wichita Falls, Texas for several years before we joined MAF.
Mission Aviation Fellowship uses light aircraft to support missionaries that are in very remote locations that are hard to get to. So sometimes we are flying people from one point to another, and sometimes we're flying in supplies that they need to keep their ministry going.
We raise support to be able to live on the mission field. So each MAF missionary raises individual support. So it allows us to stay in Mozambique and do our work there.
MAF just recently raised the funding requirement for us, so we are just slightly below the limit. So we're on a short furlough we are on a midterm furlough at the moment, and when we return on our full furlough in 2 years, we'll be required to reach that new limit before we're able to go back to the mission field.
For the last 7 years, First Baptist Church Hurricane has supported us from the very beginning before we even left to go to Mozambique, and has continued to support us as we've served in Nampula. We definitely have ties to First Baptist Hurricane, as we have family members, Dave's cousins and uncle, all attend First Baptist Hurricane.
Well, in Nampula, we're able to support missionaries that live in extremely remote locations. We work with the Wycliffe Bible translators to enable them to continue their work in translating the Bible. We work with New Tribes Missions, which has changed their name to Ethnos 360. And just to give you a more recent example, we were able to open a new airstrip to support 2 Ethnos 360 families that would not be able to serve where they're at just due to the limited access to that area. And they're working with primarily Muslim families doing Bible translation as well as discipleship and teaching the Word as they do their translation work. We typically go into the hangar at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and our schedule changes quite a bit on the fly. So sometimes we have planned flights for the day, but other times whenever we show up at the hangar, calls start to come in as needs arise, and we'll do flights on the spur of the moment. Some days we'll have maybe 3 or 4 flights in a day, and other times it's slow and we may only have a few flights in a week, and that allows us to catch up on other things that are needed to be done around the hangar as well as houses. Living in Nampula is quite difficult and things frequently break down. And since all of our pilots are mechanics as well, we have skills to use our hands in technical work, and we're able to fix a lot of things, refrigerators and microwaves on some occasions, not only for our team but also for other expats that work in the mission field there in Nampula.
I also go into the hangar. I do the finances and some of the logistical kind of stuff for our office. And when I don't go into the hangar, I have a martial arts class that I teach. I've got kids class and ladies and adults class also, and it's a mix of the expat community as well as Mozambicans. And here recently I've joined our disaster response team, so I'm available to go when a disaster or natural disaster or something occurs in some other part of the world or in Mozambique, and it's a way in which that MAF can assist, then I can be a part of that team and help kind of get something set up for MAF to start supporting in that area.